Hi there, students. A guilty pleasure or guilty pleasures. Okay, this is something that you enjoy doing, but it's considered taboo. It's considered not good for your health. It's socially frowned upon. So, for example, I love this example of a sushi chef eating fish sticks and dipping them in tomato sauce. Okay, this is a guilty pleasure because a sushi chef is able to make you delicious sushi, but this person eating fish sticks with ketchup, this is clearly a guilty pleasure. So guilty pleasures, these are something that you find pleasurable, you enjoy, but very often they're perceived by other people to be bad or unacceptable. So, I don't know, watching bad horror movies could be considered a guilty pleasure. Or reading these gossip magazines might be considered a guilty pleasure. This is something where you enjoy it, and it doesn't matter how bad or how lowbrow or how inferior it might be, you like it. So, I don't know, yes, for example, going to eat in McDonald's might be considered a guilty pleasure if you like the food in McDonald's, but you feel that you shouldn't eat it because it's bad for your health and everyone says it's rubbish, then that would be a guilty pleasure. Binge watching a TV series that's a really bad quality might be called a guilty pleasure. Yeah, one of my guilty pleasures in that is watching an old series called The Bill. It would be good for your colloquial English. So guilty pleasures are where society thinks that you shouldn't be doing it. You're worried about the opinions of others, or you're deviating from your personal goals. Yes, or you're not living up to your constant self-improvement myth. Yeah, so a guilty pleasure, maybe reading cartoons. Yeah, or eating some sort of food that is not congruent with your health and fitness narrative that you have. It's something against your beliefs or standards, yeah, but you still enjoy it because you enjoy it. Yeah, everybody has guilty pleasures. Listening to 70s disco music, for example. So guilty pleasures. Celebrity gossip is a common guilty pleasure. Or disaster movies can be watching a guilty pleasure. Or I don't know, reading one of these romance novels, maybe by Jilly Cooper or someone like that, could be a guilty pleasure. So this is something that you enjoy, but it makes you feel a little bit guilty. Yeah, I shouldn't really be wasting my time doing this. But then again, maybe guilty pleasures are an antidote to stress. Yeah, so a ready meal could be a guilty pleasure, or ordering a takeaway when you're too tired to cook and you've already got food in the fridge. So a guilty pleasure, you're treating yourself, you're being indulgent to yourself, and I think this is the idea of guilty pleasures. So you're doing things that you shouldn't Well, you do them because you like them. Yeah, eating packets of crisps instead of having lunch, that would definitely be a guilty pleasure. Or having a dessert, a dessert which is full of cream and sugar and all sorts of things, that might be a guilty pleasure. Or perhaps spending all day in your pajamas, yeah, or sleeping in on a weekday, yeah, or spending a huge amount of money on something, playing video games. It could really be almost anything that might be disapproved of. So a guilty pleasure, guilty pleasures. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 in formality. I think use it anywhere except for something very formal. So, guilty pleasure, guilty pleasures.